I'm Dr. Bridget Custon. I'm an economic anthropologist on the ownership project at the Said Business School at the University of Oxford. And as an anthropologist, my purpose is to understand the logics that are true for people and for the cultures that they create and the societies that they inhabit. In the context of large family businesses, so businesses with revenue above $1 billion a year, this means understanding the complexity of family and how this maps onto the complexity of business. How do values, priorities, dreams, aspiration, fears that are present in all families, how do those within these large business owning families find expression in the ownership and operation of businesses that have impacts upon thousands, if not millions, of individuals? Understanding what drives these families, how they relate to each other as fathers and sons, siblings, cousins, spouses, grandparent to grandchildren. This isn't just a human interest topic. This has immediate business resonance for all of us, I would say, because of the prominence of these large family businesses across the world, in every country, in every sector. And what I found as an anthropologist is that despite sector, despite geography, there are 7 narratives that family owners tell themselves about themselves to understand themselves, to explain themselves to each other, to make sense of the uniqueness of their position in the world. And these 7 narratives find expression in their utterances as they speak to each other, in the documents that they write, in the priorities that they have for themselves and their children. It finds expression in their practices, their rituals, their habits. I explain these 7 utterances and their implications in a document that I prepared called the Toolkit for Responsible Ownership. Now, these 7 narratives are overwhelmingly aspirational and positive. I care about my community. My workers are like family. These are not new ideas. We hear them. We hear businesses describe themselves using these types of terms and expressions. But when we're talking about billion-dollar family businesses, the outsized impact that these owners have means that these aspirations aren't just private goals. They perform work in the world. In other words, because of the prominence of the people expressing them, they can shape reality, whether or not they might be empirically true. Now, this group of people is telling themselves these narratives that, as I said, are overwhelmingly aspirational, but there is a gap between the aspiration, hopes, and dreams contained within these narratives and the empirical reality of the last few years of conduct of their business. There's so much pride in where these families have come from and what they've managed to achieve that often that can take the place of pride in what has been accomplished in the last calendar year. And the Toolkit for Responsible Ownership gives large family business owners, their professional service advisors, their non-family senior executives, some implementable strategies and tools to start to bridge that gap between aspiration and reality. It helps owners to walk the talk.